Hey everybody, this is my German blue ram in my open topped office tank, and it is late enough in the day that I got a little bit of afternoon sun shining in the window. And as pretty as this ram is with the overhead light from the tank shining on it, it just really comes to life when the actual sunlight is shining on it. And I know it's kind of hard to tell, but that is a little bit of very late afternoon sun. It's about almost 7 o'clock in the evening, so it's the last little bit of the setting sun, nice and orange. It really lights up that ram beautifully. So while I'm looking at this tank, I'm trying to decide whether or not I should cut down this temple plant. I cut a bunch of branches off of it that were on the right hand side of it and that were weighting it down. It was sort of falling over to the right hand side of the tank. And when I cut those off, the weight on the left hand side plus this rock I've got down here sort of leaning up against it sort of shoved everything over to the left there. And now you can see the branches at the top are sort of curling back over towards the light, and the whole thing is really just sort of scraggly looking. It just doesn't look very good. All of this stuff is just the stuff I cut off and is now sitting in my filter over there, rooting in. So I will have more of this if I do cut it down. Honestly, the only part of this plant that I really like is that I really love the way the root system looks in the tank. But otherwise, I just don't know whether I really like it or not. So the whole point of this video is just to get your opinion. I want to know what you think about this plant. Should I try to get it to be smaller and bushier and maybe cut a few of these branches off and then have it sort of bush out from these lower nodes and keep the root system in there? Should I just go ahead and deal with it the way it is, leave it alone and not really pay much attention to it? Or should I just take it out of there altogether and maybe try putting something like an Anubias or something other, fairly easy to grow plant that would grow off of that pile of rocks and then grow up and emergent. We could actually see some Anubias with its little flowers or its bracts or whatever you want to call those things growing up and out of the water. There's other options. There's other things we could do that would grow emergent if we put them in there. So I'd be interested in getting your opinion. What do you think I should do with that temple plant? Leave it alone or get it out of there? So there you go, everybody. Make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss whatever I wind up doing with that plant or anything else I got going with any of my other tanks. And of course, you don't want to miss all of the updates that will be coming on this tank and this beautiful, gorgeous German blue ram. So thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you real soon in the next one.